What is up, everybody? How's it going? Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Today, I want to talk about Helldivers 2. I've had a lot of people ask me, are you going to get Helldivers 2? Are you going to play it? Are you going to buy it? If not, why? And I want to discuss today of why I'm not buying Helldivers 2. And so, over the past couple weeks, I've done a lot of research about why I'm not getting the game and why I just think that it's not worth it. And so there are many reasons of why I'm not getting it. So as you know, I'm a really old school gamer that has kind of like old school gamer beliefs. Number one, I believe that a game should have no bugs, glitches, or crashes, have a full and complete story, and have no monetization in it, like season passes, loot boxes, microtransactions, whatever. And that's my belief, and I stick to it every single day. And it is always affecting my purchases in terms of video games, and that includes Helldivers 2. So one reason I found out that I don't want the game and I don't like it is that, number one, it's an always online video game. And I don't like that because if you heard the controversy of The Crew with Ubisoft, you would know that that game has shut down forever and it's not even playable anymore because it's offline. The thing is, they want you to switch from The Crew to The Crew Motorfest, and it doesn't really bode well with me. I don't really like the idea. Number one, I never played The Crew. I would love to, but now I can't. I have to switch over to Crew Motorfest, and I still won't buy that game. And the same reason I'm not buying Helldivers 2 is that because it's an always online game. And I personally believe that they should have made a kind of like a story mode and make it single player with the ability for online co-op. The best example I can give of this is a good game called Red Dead Redemption 2. You can play the single player map online or offline all you want. And you can actually go online and play with your friends with RDR2 online as well. And I think that's the best example I can give. Helldivers should have did that. They should have gone a strictly single player and added the co-op abilities. But unfortunately, they didn't. It's always online, and I don't like the idea. Like I said, if they have the ability to shut down the servers in the future, they can. I'm not saying they'll do it anytime soon, but I'm saying in the future, it's going to be a dead game because they made it not a game without any sort of single-player content. And so I don't really like the idea. And then second of all, another reason I found out is that it does have monetization in it. It does have microtransactions that you can buy. And people are like, oh, but it doesn't really affect gameplay. It's not necessary. It's optional. That's not the point. The point, even though it's true, the point is they shouldn't have microtransactions in a game you already paid for. I am fine with games like Fortnite and I'm trying to think of other free-to-play games. I can't include Rocket League because Rocket League never started out as free-to-play. You still paid for that game back in the day, and then it went free-to-play. But Fortnite is the best example I can give. It was a free-to-play game. I am fine charging a bunch of microtransactions in the game because it's free-to-play. I mean, it's free entry. I don't care. You pay to play the game if you want. It's totally optional, and I think that's the same idea of what I think in all video games. But when it comes to a $40 video game you're already paying, and then you have enticing monetization inside the game, I don't like the idea. So that just doesn't bode with me either. I hate it. I don't like the idea that there's an option to pay more in a video game. My belief is that once you pay for a video game, that's it. You should have the full and complete game, no more updates, like no DLC, no further monetization, that's it. That's why I hate Nintendo and what they do in their games. For example, in Legend of Zelda, let's say, they'll add a DLC later on, and I'm like, no, I'm not paying $60 plus another $25 for expansion, so it's $85 for one game. No, that's not right. Make it into a separate game. Call it Breath of the Wild Part 2 or Tears of the Kingdom Part 2. I don't care. Make a new game out of it. I don't care if it costs you a little bit of money. It's still going to make you money in the end. And so that's why I think that any sort of monetization in a paid video game does not sit well with me. And so those are the two main reasons why I won't buy it. And people are like, oh, you're going to have fun. I really think you're going to enjoy it. You should just forget about your beliefs and stuff. And it's like, yes, I am probably going to be sacrificing fun. But number one, I have a huge, huge backlog I have to finish right now. Right now I'm playing Avatar, the thing of Frontiers of Pandora, whatever it's called. Then I have to play Cyberpunk. Then I have to finish, what's the game? Burnout Paradise Remastered. Then I have to finish Yakuza. I have a huge backlog that I have to finish, and I even have to finish this game. I only started like the first 10% of it, and I still have 90% to go. So I have a long way in that game. It doesn't matter. I still have a huge backlog. Am I missing some sort of fun? Sure. But the thing is, I can always have fun with other games. I'm playing a game with my friend of Civ 6. Other games include, I could play League of Legends if I want. Even though I hate the game, I could play that with friends. I could play Overwatch with friends. GTA. I can always find other venues to play other games. Helldivers 2 might be a fun game to play with friends, but I stick to my beliefs and values most of all. I sacrifice fun in order to what I believe in. And I'm voting right now with my Vault wallet. I am not paying for Helldivers 2. I do not support that they have an always online game, that they have monetization inside a paid game. And it's not right. And I think that people think I'm crazy. People probably think that just get over it. And I'm like, no. If I want the gaming industry to change, I'm voting with my own wallet. I don't care if I have to buy one game every 3 years. I have a whole freaking backlog of games. I have to finish Cyberpunk. I have to finish RDR2, Burnout Paradise, Yakuza 0. Imagine how many hours, especially for a guy who has a job and has to work all the time. Imagine how many hours that's going to take me to finish all those games. It's going to take me years. By the time I actually get to Helldivers 2 and actually feel like buying it, it's probably going to be a dead game by then. I don't care if it's in 4 or 5 years. I have a lot of games to finish. And so that's why I'm not buying Helldivers 2, is that I think that it's not right for that game. And I don't care if what the developers had to do. I feel like if one company is not doing it, the rest are not going to do it. And the same is like if I want one company to do it, they should all do it. And I just think that it's universal. If one company should not get one pass, you know. And I think that they have a high standard to set. And I don't know who the makers of Helldivers 2 are. I forgot who they are. But they announced that they are sick of the greed and everything in the gaming industry, and I like that. Can they set the bar though and keep it? That's going to be a hard thing to do. Now, they are, I think, a new company and have been working on the game for a long time. But they have to keep this up. I can't give them a pass on a great game. Sure, many companies had great games in the past. Think of, what's that company? Who made Anthem? Anyways, they were the ones behind the Mass Effect trilogy and the Mass Effect trilogy and the Dragon Age series. And everyone thought they were going to strike out and do really good on Anthem, but no, they failed. So I don't have any hope that they are going to keep their promise. I would love to, but in 4 to 5 years, their company is going to change. They're going to have to make some hard sacrifices. And as long as they're honest and transparent, I don't mind it. But the thing is, they started out on the wrong idea. I just don't think that... sorry, my computer just fell asleep behind me on the screensaver. But the thing is, they didn't do right on Helldivers 2. They should have made it a single-player only game with online co-op, of course, and then they should have added no monetization. they should have just did sales alone. And I would be fine if they increased it to 60 or 70 without any sort of monetization in the future. That would be fine. If they need to upgrade the game to make the sales, I would be fine with that, as long as they added nothing. And that's kind of like my whole rant about Helldivers 2, is that I just don't feel like I should buy this, because it's not what the gaming industry should embrace. I want them to make a single-player only game and then build upon that to co-op, and especially no monetization, especially if you're paying for a game. It's just not right. And so I just think that those are my reasons of why I'm not buying Helldivers 2. I might change my opinion in the future if they change some stuff, or if I change my mind and really want it. But for right now, I'm not buying it. And I might miss out on a lot of fun. I might regret it later on. But right now, I'm sticking to my cores and beliefs, because I really want the gaming industry to be like it was. And it's never going to be like it was. I understand that. But in my mind, I like to think that. Because I really want to see companies actually create good games, not trick people into buying more. I want them to put good quality games and services out there, rather than just be like, oh, this is another game write-off. Okay, whatever. Suicide Squad. Oh, we just made it. Okay, whatever. It's next project. Who cares? And it's just like, at that point, why should I even care about gaming if it's just not going to live up to its expectations? And so, yeah. So let me know what you guys think of me or the game, or if I'm just being crazy. But those are kind of my thoughts and opinions of why I'm not buying it. And who knows? I might play it in the future, I might not. But for right now, I'm set on just not buying it for a while, because it's not right of what they're doing, and they're embracing some ideas of the gaming industry. Sure, it has some good values and some good gameplay, but it still lacks into what I think should change in the gaming industry. And it's just not right of those two values alone. And they need to fix that. So hopefully you guys are doing well. Let me know what you guys are up to and just having fun. Hopefully you guys are having fun with family, friends, job, whatever. And with lots of love and respect, you guys, I will see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.